Welcome! So let's start out. What exactly is the Chiltern Ridge Winter 50? Well, it is what it says on the tin. It's an ultra marathon, 50 kilometers through the woodlands, through the hills, and the trails of Chiltern. It's one 50-kilometer loop starting at Berkhamsted. There's 800 meters of elevation throughout, which sounds like a lot, but over 50 kilometers, I don't think it'll be too bad. And where it does get bad, I foresee us probably walking up those kind of hills anyway. There's a maximum, I believe, of 325 participants. We're going up as a group of around 10 to 12, which is going to make for a magnificent and fun, enjoyable, motivational kind of day out for everyone. In terms of nutrition and prep, I myself am not prepping too much for it. I'm not really doing a carbo load. I have a few gels and I'll be taking a carb drink along with me, but I'm not taking it as serious as I would a half marathon or a full marathon. But this time around, because it's a trail run, because we're doing it as a group, because it's going to be a lot slower with the different terrains and it's something not many of us are used to, I'm not really taking the nutrition as serious. I will obviously be fueling beforehand and as we go, but in terms of a proper carbo load, I won't be doing that.
Okay.
In terms of the aid stations, there is 3 along the route, one at about 17.5 kilometers, the second at about 31 kilometers, and then the final one at about 41 kilometers. And what those aid stations are, for those who don't know or haven't done a trail ultra marathon before, is they're essentially, you could call them camps, where you can really refuel, you can rest, you can get medical attention, you can get a massage, you can just put your feet up. But yeah, it just gives you an opportunity to really just regroup yourself, get your head straight, get some solid foods in there, replenish your glycogen stores as best possible. And get those electrolytes and get that energy back in. So I'm not sure about last year, but this year one of the sponsors is Precision Fuel and Hydration. So they will have some of their products available at those aid stations or along the course at certain locations. They have stated that they will have their PF30 gels and their chews and their PF1000 electrolyte mix, which you can put in your water along the way. So that's really helpful to know, so I'll most likely be utilizing those along the way and at those aid stations. I don't tend to take in much water anyway when I run, but it is a long distance, so I will be optimizing, I guess, what's available to me as best possible. So in terms of training and preparation for this race, what exactly have I done? I recently prepared for the Cape Town Marathon, which was meant to be on the 19th of October. As I stated though, the event was unfortunately cancelled an hour before start, which was not ideal, especially for people traveling the whole way there, but they did cancel it for safety reasons. So you kind of just got to take it, it's a punch to the gut, but you got to take it, really. It is what it is, there's nothing we can do about it. So I am prepped for long distance running anyway. I realize that trail running is a lot different to road running, in that it's a lot slower. You've got to be a lot more careful with the terrain. The terrain is a lot more unpredictable. You've got roots, you've got rocks, you've got mud, things that are slippery. There's a lot to take in, so you just got to basically watch your step. In terms of gear, I have one of these running vests, which I absolutely hate. I hate them with a passion. I do not like them. Personal preference. However, I realize that I do need one for the ultra, so I'll be wearing this. I will have the 500ml water bottle in there. I will fill that up with a drink mix, a carb drink that hopefully has around 90, if I can get that much in there, 90 grams of carbs, and I'll be sipping on that as I go, and I'll maybe have 1 or 2 gels or maybe a cereal bar or something within the pockets. Headlamp, mandatory headlamp. How do I turn it off? There you go. I don't think we'll be needing it. as we start at 8:30 in the morning, and it'll be light by then. And if it's dark when we finish, we have a problem. In terms of footwear, shoes, I will be wearing this Adidas Terex Agravic GTX. I recently got them. They're fantastic for now. Again, I'm not really used to wearing trail running shoes. They're heavier than my normal road running shoes, but hey, they've got the Continental rubber on the bottom, so it gives us a nice kind of balance of grip in those muddy sections, and I guess just enough cushioning for, you know, the overall trails. It does have this extra kind of thin layer on the top, which kind of hugs your foot, which will just help stopping things from going into the shoe whilst running, like sand or soil or water, etc. So that is great, and it's got the Gore-Tex technology, which really helps it with, you know, waterproof if there's puddles, if there's rain, or if I just feel like jumping in something wet. The shoe is obviously a lot different than what I'm used to wearing, which is obviously, you know, a super shoe of some sort for races, or just something more simple like a Boston or an Evo SL or something for just general running. It's a lot heavier. Strange. So weather-wise, it's looking British. It's forecast to be around 10 degrees, I think, throughout kind of the whole day. I don't think it gets much warmer or much cooler, to be honest. However, it's forecast to rain most of the day. I'm not sure how hard that rain is to come down. I'm really hoping it's not a lot, and maybe just a light drizzle to keep us cool. But alas, even a light drizzle over time, with a lot of people going over the same route, is going to cause, you know, a lot of mud. So it's going to be for a very interesting run. However, you know, we're looking to make it very fun and ultimately get to the finish line as a collective and just have a really fun and enjoyable, you know, day out and achieve something fantastic. Cool, great. I don't know. So yeah, that's kind of the plan for the race. We'll take it as it comes, but all in all, you know, muddy trails, some great company, and a couple of hours of, you know, suffering, or not, hopefully not, but getting through it together, having a good time, getting a medal, and hopefully not having too much of sore feet. That doesn't make any sense, does it? Hopefully not having too sore feet. You know what I mean. If you have done this race before, please drop some tips or something in the comments below. That would be greatly appreciated to hear feedback from other people, or even just some other ultras or trail runs that have been done. Thank you guys for listening. Thanks for watching. Yeah, and that's that. See ya.